best part of your 6 to 7 p.m. day. All right, you guys ready to get started? I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and mute your microphones, please. And we'll start with the tuning note given by the one and only Gavin Weiss. Let me pull that up. Give me a thumbs up if you can see a picture of Gavin on your screen. Awesome, here we go. Today we're going to do D flat major scale and B flat harmonic minor. And Braxton is going to take us through that. Before we get started, string players, do you have anything, string interns, that you'd like to say to our string players? Any advice for the scale? Caleb, do you have some advice?
For chosen, I'm assuming violas. Alex can jump in if not, but I think we can play this fairly easily in half position. So if we stay in half position for all of this, it should be good to go.
Okay, can you tell them where they should be starting in half position?
Fourth finger on, well, it'll be a extended fourth finger on the G string.
Okay, great. Do any string players have any questions about this? Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
Hello and welcome back to another instructional video. I'm Braxton, and in this one we'll be going over the D flat major and B harmonic minor scale. In our concert key of D flat we have 5 flats. For B flat instruments you have 3 flats. For E flat instruments you have 2 flats, and for F instruments you have 4 flats. On the screen here you can find everything divided into, the top line is going to be the D flat major scale, the bottom line is going to be the B flat minor scale, so major, minor, and so on and so forth. Major, minor scale.
So just to make sure everybody can tell which instruments these are for, it's kind of hard to tell here. These are the concert key treble clef instruments here. And it looks like these are concert key bass clef instruments here. Oh, that's really high. Looks like here, this is concert B flat instruments here, the major scale and minor scale. And it looks like these are E flat instruments here, the major and minor scale. And it looks like right here must be our F instruments, the major and the minor scale. Okay, any questions? Make sure everybody's muted right now. Okay, we'll continue.
In our concert key of D flat we have 5 flats. For B flat instruments you have 3 flats. For E flat instruments you have 2 flats, and for F instruments you have 4 flats. On the screen here you can find everything divided into, the top line is going to be the D flat major scale, the bottom line is going to be the B flat minor scale, so major, minor, and so on and so forth. Major, minor, major, minor. Alrighty. Let me jump over to Ableton. We can get this started. Now how this is going to work is I'm going to put a click on 76 BPM, and we're going to play half notes up the scale, and once you get to the top of the scale, if you can keep going up another octave, then do so. If not, just come back down as it's written in the music, and I'll be playing along with you. One, two, 1, 2, ready, play. Keep going if you can. Awesome. Alright, let's go on to the B flat harmonic minor scale. Now what you'll notice in the scale, excuse me, what was that? Alright, what you'll notice in the minor scale is there is a raised 7th note. So I'll make sure I call that out when we get to it. And the same applies for the 7th note when you're going up. It just didn't copy through when I was writing the music. Sorry about that. Alright. Let's play the B flat harmonic minor scale. One, two, 1, 2, ready, play. Awesome. Great job, everyone. That's going to be all from me on this one, so take care. Minor scale, minor scale.
All right, thank you very much to Braxton for that. Thank you. Great job with that, Braxton.
Wow.
So, let's go on. Let's go on to Snitchin' in the Kitchen. Go ahead and take that out, please. Snitchin' in the Kitchen. Before we go on to that, I sent an email out today for voting on t-shirt designs. Did everybody get that email? If you didn't get the email, no, you didn't get the email. Well, you know what I can do is I can put a link in the chat right now. All right, if you didn't already vote, here is the link to vote. You can only vote once, so don't, vote again if you already voted. You have to put your name, so I'll know if you do. Only vote once. There's the link to vote if you haven't already done it. Click that link, it's in the chat, and you can see the different t-shirt options and vote on your favorite, okay? Lots of good options submitted this time around. Thank you all. Thank you to everybody that submitted an artwork design. Really cool, creative stuff from everybody. So, while you're doing that, hopefully you can focus on two things at once. Snitchin' in the kitchen, we're going to take a look at letter D. This is some improvisation section. So first I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain how this is going to work, and then we're going to practice improvising, okay? All right. Give me a thumbs up when you can see my screen. Yeah? Okay, great. All right, here we go.
All right, we're going to talk about Snitchin' in the Kitchen at rehearsal D. Now, this is the clarinet part, so yours may not have exactly the same notes and symbols, but let's look at this. At rehearsal D, you've got some weird-looking symbols with letters and numbers above the measures. Those are called chord symbols, and we'll talk about those later, not quite right now. You've got some regular-looking notes, like what you would normally play in music, and those are called the hits, and we're all going to play the hits, okay? Then you've got some things that say solo, but they're tiny little notes. They're not the regular size. And those are just suggested little solo riffs that you can play. You don't have to play those. Those are just suggested if you don't have anything else that you want to play. However, anytime it says solo, you can improvise a solo. Now, when we put all this together, we'll probably pick and choose different people's licks, so it'll be different people every two measures. You can play what's written, or you can make something up. Your choice. If you don't know what notes to play, use your ear. Follow your ear. A lot of different notes work there. But also, you can use the chord symbols to guide you on what notes will work. Again, we'll talk about chord symbols later. But for now, just follow your ear and try to do the best that you can to play something that sounds good. And if it doesn't sound good, that's okay. You'll get another chance.
All right. So, does that make sense a little bit so far? Okay, cool. So, just some clarifications. I said everybody will play these hits. Yes and no. There's a couple of different approaches we're going to take, and since we're the first people doing this, I'm just going to see which one sounds best, okay? So, today, the improvisation I'm going to take you through, we're just going to, like, ignore the hits. Like, they're played in the tracks, so we're just going to ignore them and kind of just play over the whole thing. And then we'll try later with the hits and just literally improvising for, like, you know, 5 beats, whatever that is, okay? Alright, so here we go with another option. This is ways that we can practice improvising over this. So you're going to practice with me, okay? So get ready to play with me at D. Here we go.
All right, we're going to go through Snitchin' in the Kitchen, and we're going to address a lot of different ways that you can practice the section at D, okay? When you improvise, you can just follow your ear and listen for what sounds good and what doesn't. Make notes of things that you like and use those when you improvise. You can follow the chord changes very strictly. You can think about different scales that you want to use, different scale sounds that you want to incorporate. You can decide you want to play lots of notes, or play really fast, or play really high. You can decide you don't want to play a lot of notes. You want to play a lot of long notes. Maybe you want to play low notes. Maybe you want to start low and then go high. And then you can say, I want to play a certain rhythm, a riff, okay? And then use that riff throughout your solo. Let's try some of those methods, okay? So the first one, I am just going to use my ear. I'm not going to worry about using specific scales. I'm just going to try to follow my ear, okay? So here we go. I'm starting at 1 minute 50 seconds into the recording track. Here we go. Do this along with me. Just use your ear. Yeah, that was pretty good. So let's try another way. Let's play all major pentatonic scales over each chord.
Now, don't freak out if you don't know major pentatonic scales, okay? I'm not going to take the time to transpose for every instrument right now, but you can use your ear. I'm going to play through them, and you can figure them out with me if you want to, okay? If not, just keep doing what you're doing.
You can think about different
It just jumped, sorry.
riff throughout your solo. Go. Yeah, that was pretty good. So let's try another way. Let's play all major pentatonic scales over each chord. So whatever the letter is above each measure, I'm going to play that major pentatonic scale. Okay. If you don't know your major pentatonic scales, don't worry about it. But in case you want to know, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 in each one of those keys. And there are videos on our YouTube channel for each of those pentatonic scales. But I'm going to use major pentatonic scales under each one of those chord change. If there's no letter name above a measure, just keep doing the chord from the previous measure, okay? So if you want to try those scales with me real quick, those that I'm going to do, the first two measures would be a G major pentatonic, so that would be and then the next two bars would be C major pentatonic, so alright, and then it goes back to G, then C, then G, then C. Then we've got two different ones at the end. We've got E flat major pentatonic, so and we've got D major pentatonic. Alright, so let's try just using notes from those scales. Do I have to use every note from each scale? No, you don't have to play every note. Just some of the notes. Alright, let's try it.
Again, if you don't know those scales, don't worry about it. Just practice improvising with me, okay? Everybody put your instrument up. Practice using your ears. Here we go.
I played a couple extra notes in there too, but that's how you practice. You do it again, you get better at it. Okay, let's try another way. Let's try playing lots of high, long notes. Okay? And again, we'll use our ear to find notes that sound good. They've also got notes written there. Maybe those notes will sound good. Remember the solos that they've given us. So let's try high, long notes. Try it with me. Alright, so that was kind of cool. Maybe that'd be good once in a while in it. Let's try now just playing lots of fast notes. Okay? Alright, let's see how this goes. Lots of fast notes. Fast, loud, fast, loud, high, low, high, whatever you want. Fast notes. Here we go. that was a try. All right, so now let's pick a rhythm. Let's pick a rhythm to do over this. Like da da da, because they go ba ba da da da. Oh, da, da, da. So let's work that rhythm in as much as we can. Da, da, da. Okay, I'm just picking a random rhythm. You can pick whatever rhythm you like. So I'm going to try that rhythm. Da, da, da. Is that the only rhythm I can play? No, but work it in as much as you can. Okay, let's try that.
Try it with me.
It started to change a little bit as I went, and that was okay. My dog seemed to really enjoy it.
Hey, what are we going?
Okay. Now, there's other things you can do with this. You can kind of mix and match all of those different ideas, okay? And you can try to use different scales. So, like, if you know some fancy scales, like a whole tone scale or something like that, you could just try to work those in. That would be cool. So anyway, yeah, there's, and there's also, I call them circus tricks, like idiomatic things you can do on your instrument. So like maybe you can flutter tongue, or you can do like a horse whinny, or maybe you can chomp, or, you know, glissando, or growl on the instrument. Those kinds of things. Those are super cool. Let's try something like that. I'll do something cool. Let's try it.
Try it with me.
Sounds kind of cool. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the cooler stuff you come up with, okay? Keep practicing it like that. Again, I was starting it at 1 minute 50 seconds in the recording track. Just keep doing it over and over till you come up with cool stuff. All right?
All right, what do you think? Did you come up with anything? Did you play some notes? Okay.
Why doesn't Sean just solo for us? That was awesome.
You're adorable. I was watching Bernard's face, I think, when I was playing the fast thing, and his face was adorable. He was like, I was like, I was just cracking up. It was funny.
I need to find my definition of fast notes.
Well, keep in mind that I play a clarinet, and all you have to do is just put the fingers down. I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, some of these more complicated instruments. No offense, clarinet players. I'm just saying. You know, you have to like line up a bow in your fingers, and the bow does this with your arm, and then your fingers move, and that's just too much complication for me. But yeah. So, but don't think that you have to play every note. Do you know what I mean? He wrote it like this, where you've got written solo licks that you can play that are totally cool to play. He thought they were cool enough to write them in the music. Okay. And then you can work from those. You can start with those and then like play whatever you feel from it. Keep in mind, how many notes exist in an octave?
12.
Technically 12, right? All the half steps? All those notes are free game. It goes dut, dut, and then there's nothing. There's no chords underneath us. So you could literally play a chromatic scale and all your notes are going to sound good. Okay? He gave you suggested chord changes. Don't worry if you don't play notes in the chord. It doesn't matter. So there's no wrong notes, and there's a very low chance that whatever you come up with is going to be, you know, some like Mozart quality composition, okay? Like, don't try to like play the coolest thing, you know. You're not going to come up with the coolest thing. We only have 2 beats, you know, what do we have, 4 beats to improvise? How cool can you be in 4 beats? I mean, okay. Nobody's gonna make fun of you if you don't play the coolest notes. I mean, we put way too much pressure on ourselves when we're trying to improvise. And the problem is, somebody's always told you what notes to play your whole life, right? Somebody always tells you what notes to play. And then all of a sudden I say, no, you get to pick the notes. And what do? You freak out. How am I supposed to pick the notes? Oh my gosh, what if I play a wrong note? There are no wrong notes. You're making it up. You wrote it. It can't be a wrong note. You just made it up. Whatever you played is what it was supposed to be. Okay? That's the destiny. Okay? All right, cool. Good. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
That's what's my all about.
What'd you
Make
say,
up
Jamie?
notes. That's what modern music's all about. We make up notes.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of improvisation in modern music. Good call. Good call. And speaking of improvisation, anybody who's in orchestra, if you would like to learn more about improvising, tomorrow in jazz band, we're going over that exact same thing, and we're going to be working through the chord changes a little bit. So if you'd like to just sit in and learn a little bit about it, feel free to join us tomorrow in jazz band at 6 o'clock, okay? All right, great. Keep practicing it that way. Inside the Dropbox, you will find that recording that I was playing along with, so you can practice it too, okay? All right, moving on. Let's all look at letter J. J is for jump. J is for... What's J stand for?
Jam.
Jam, of course. Jam.
Yes.
So we're gonna jam.
That's funny.
Okay. All right. Letter J. So, anybody have singing in their part at J? Okay, that must be your solo. Just kidding. Everybody raised their hand. It's not really a solo. Everybody does it. Everybody gets to sing at J. So, Zane has put together a few resources for us. Zane did a great job. So thank you so much for this, Zane. Thanks for putting this together. We're going to watch a little video he put together for us, and then I'll show you how to get to the resources that he made. So, give me just a second to pull this up here. All right. Here we go.
This is letter J. This is immediately after we play the rhythmic ostinatos with our kitchen instruments. And this is actually a singing part. Now, the good thing about this is he wrote it in each of our parts in the same key, the same transposition that our instruments are. So while you're practicing, you can actually use whatever instrument you're playing as a pitch reference and actually play your part out beforehand so you can hear it in the same key as you are going to be singing it.
That being said, I'm looking at the clarinet part right now, and it's in bass clef, even though it's the same notes. So if you don't know how to read that clef, that might be tricky for you. So use your ear instead and learn what it sounds like from Zane and from the resources he's put together for us, okay? All right, here we go.
So this builds up on until we have 4 parts coming in. And you can actually hear each of the parts that's coming in very clearly in the recording. But I'm just going to help you clear that up a little bit. So the first part starts on a concert lower G. Snitchin' in the kitchen. Now this part, it goes down fairly low, so I would recommend that if you are or one of the older guys, like myself, you would probably stay on this part just because it'll be very comfortable in your voice and you won't have to strain in too much, and it can kind of keep that laid back tone that we're looking for. Then the next part is snitchin' in the kitchen. Sorry, I played the wrong note. Snitchin' in the kitchen. Now you'll notice.
While he's going through this, sing along with him. Nobody can hear you, okay? Sing along with him. He can learn the part. Oh my gosh, I did it
Same
again.
transposition. And it doesn't have that jump that the lower part does. It's snitchin' in the kitchen. Sorry, I played the wrong note. Snitchin' in the kitchen. Now you'll notice on the N, it doesn't have that jump that the lower part does. It's just a step down. So snitchin' in the kitchen instead of snitchin' in the. Sorry, it was on the, not in. In the. So the lower part is moving in leaps, while the upper parts are moving in steps. The second part that comes in, that starts on the concert B. I would recommend this for either some of the younger boys whose voices are in the middle of changing, or some of you who are alto ladies who have deeper voices. It only goes down to the G that the lower part starts on. So it should be fairly comfortable in the voices of younger men and deeper voiced ladies. So our next part that comes in starts on the D just above concert middle C. And then it goes, snitchin' in the kitchen. It's not exactly high for men's voices, but it will have a bit of strain in it. So I would recommend this part, or either for once again the younger guys whose voices are still changing, so they're still a tiny bit higher, or any of the ladies, because this will be fairly comfortable in the ladies' ranges, because it only goes down to the B that the previous part started on. Then our last part starts on a concert F above middle C, and it goes, snitchin' in the kitchen. Now you can hear in my voice, and as well as probably most of the guys whose voices have already kind of settled in. It's a little bit strained, so this part I would recommend for any of the ladies. Or possibly if you're still a younger guy who has a bit of a higher voice, and that's comfortable for you, and you can sing it without any strain in your voice, that'll be a good part for you as well. But if we want to hear them together, I'll play it real slow so you can kind of hear it. I'll turn my piano up too. It goes snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. Yeah, you can hear that at higher part. You have that nice little minor, major sound. Excuse me. That's going to be right up against the F in the bass. I'm going to record a video with all of these playing together, so you can hear it in the voice. But once again, I'm just going to go over these parts. So it starts out, snitchin' in the kitchen, and then this part stays on that, while the next part adds in. Snitchin' in the kitchen, and then those two parts stay where they are, and then the third part adds in. Snitchin' in the kitchen. and then you add in the upper voice. Snitchin' in the kitchen. And once again, a reminder: once you come in on one part, stick to that part, and then the other voices will just come on top of it, and it will create those beautiful harmonies that Mr. Taylor wrote in for us. All right, let's keep practicing that, and I'm going to record the audio of all the voice parts together.
Great job with that, Zane. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, check this out. Check it out. Ian, you are hilarious. Ian Hickey is like practicing his groove on his stitching utensil. Okay, check this out. So I need to know who is planning to stay on that bottom line the whole time. Snitchin' in the kitchen. You have to do it in the low range. You have to sing it low. You can't do it up an octave, okay? All right, so how many people do we have? I'm looking for hands. If you could turn your, either use the hand symbol or turn your computer video on. I need to know how many people. Okay, we've got Jacob. Who else is doing the low one? Is that a hand, Caleb? I can't. I see an elbow. Mark, you gonna do it? Okay. Well, we got Ian, Zane, and Gavin. Okay, so we got 5 on the low. All right, I'm writing this down.
Me too.
Who else is that? Is that Braxton?
No, Landon.
Landon.
You could put Braxton on the low note.
Okay.
Low. I can't speak.
I can
Okay.
help.
As long as you can sing.
Brad is not here, but he will probably do that.
Okay, we'll put 8 then. We got 8 people on it. Make sure you communicate that to him so he knows. But like you said, yeah. Okay, who wants to do the second one? So we got snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, and then you would sing that again, snitchin', and then you'd always be on that one. Kelly, who else? Andrew. All right, is that Ariel? Alex, Mackenzie, Bernard. Okay, Colin. Caleb, 8. Ian Lynham, 9. And Brooklyn, 10. And Christian and Lauren, 11, 12. Christian and Coronado, 13. Okay, that's a lot. We may need to cut some of you off of that, but for now, you guys can be on it. All right, so who wants to come in third? I'm not. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. Who's doing that one? All right, Kate and Nadia and Seth. Good. Madison, thank you. Audia, Elise, Jacqueline, Connie. Is that everybody? Okay, that's 8. All right. And then, who's going to do the top line? We need some people that can sing high for the top line. Courtney, good. Courtney with the broken wrist and burned hand and just all beat up. All right, Courtney and who else? Ashley. All right, who else? Oh no, we need more than that. We need more than 2.
I can also do the top.
Who's that?
Audia.
Audia, which one were you signed up for? Did you sign up for the last one we just talked about, or the?
Yeah, but there's like not as many people on the top one, so I can take the top one.
Cool. So that puts 3 people on the top one. Nobody else can sing. It's not that high.
For the ladies, this is like perfectly comfortable in your range. This would actually probably be more comfortable in your range than the lower parts, honestly.
Sean, you can switch me to the high part too.
All right. Which one were you on before?
I was on the second one.
Okay, good. So 12 and 4. Okay, so check it out. We will need a couple people. Well, that might be balanced, actually. That might be okay. As long as our first sopranos sing strong, that might work out. What do you think, Zane? We got 8 on the basses, 12 on the tenors, 7 on the altos, and 4 on the sopranos.
So just based on like when I was trying to like assemble the recording of it, the third part that comes in, we don't really need much of that at all. And the top note, it will kind of pop out just because they're the color notes. But so the one thing I would like to warn, if any of the ladies signed up for the second part, that low G, that's about the max low point of most like amateur altos. So if you don't sing a lot, that might be a little testing on your voice if you're a lady. So.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to share the audio, okay, that you put together with the mix. We're going to all sing through that a few times and maybe experiment with those lines and see which one actually feels the most comfortable for you. And if you want to change, tell me, okay? Here we go. Give me a second. Give me a second to pull that up. Hold on. Hold on. Give me just a second here. All right. Can everybody see the audio thing on my screen? Okay, cool. All right, check this out. Here we go.
All right, this is the vocal part of Snitchin in the Kitchen. And I'm starting the track just into section I, where we have the rhythmic ostinatos. One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen.
Got it? Let's do it again here.
One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. One, two, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen.
I see some people that are not singing along. How are you learning this? You're supposed to be singing along with us right now. Okay, actually sing along. We're doing it again. We'll keep doing it till I see everybody singing.
Hold on. I have a question.
Yes?
I don't have the singing part in my sheet music.
Okay, then you don't sing. You get a pass. You're the only one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's it, Jay. Everybody else should have that. Maybe not all the percussion, but everybody else has. So remember, whichever line you pick, you always sing those notes. You don't keep going up to the higher notes. You stay on the snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen. Just keep singing those notes. Does that make sense? Yes? Everyone's nodding because, okay, here we go. Sing along. Here we go.
One,
1, 2, ready, go.
Snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen.
How'd you do? I just saw everyone singing along that time. One more time. Here we go.
1, 2, ready, go.
Snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen, snitching in the kitchen.
How'd you do? Okay, that track is in the Dropbox, by the way. Who wants to change parts? Anybody want to change parts because something else feels more comfortable? Okay, write it in your music right now. Just arrow point to where you're coming in, which line, which part you're singing, okay? So you don't forget. I think that's a good balance. What's that?
Which part was I?
Seth, you're funny. I think you're 3. I didn't write down everybody's names. I just wrote down the number of people, so.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, for those of us who are on, like, the second or third or fourth part, should we be coming in at the first one and then ascending until we get to our part, or should we just wait?
You just wait to come in until your part starts.
Okay.
So just the basses start at the beginning. And if I'm on the second one, you know, the third up from the root, I come in on the third bar.
Okay, thank you, Vera.
Yeah, don't sing along with the basses because not everybody can. You're supposed to sing where it's comfortable for you. And then when you come in on that, you sing the same pitches the whole time. You don't keep ascending, even though that's what we hear, but we sing just the notes that we're supposed to come in on. Does that make sense? Zane, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, did you also put the tracks with the isolated parts
Yeah.
in the...
Yeah, I did. If you want to tell them about that.
All right, so for each of the parts, if you want to practice with trying to find your note amongst the others, for each of the tracks, I also made a version where your part is louder and to the left than the others, so you'll be able to hear it very clearly as the others are playing into. So you're able to, so you can either like take off your right one if you want to just hear yours, or you can hear both at the same time, but be able to like hear, I guess, almost someone singing along with you. So.
Yeah, so if you look in the Snitchin' in the Kitchen folder, there's a folder now called Audio Tracks. In the Audio Tracks folder, you've got, this is Snitchin' with all the parts played. This is Snitchin', that's the recording track, so it starts with him saying, okay, press record. This is the vocal parts. So let's say so just so everybody knows, the bottom notes, those are called bass. The next one to come in, those are called tenors. The next one to come in, those are called altos. And then the top ones to come in, the last people to come in are called sopranos, okay? Let's say I'm singing the alto part. I can open this folder, check out what he did for us. He's amazing. Look at this. Watch this.
All right. This is the vocal part of Snitchin' in the Kitchen.
A little bit.
1, 2, ready, go.
Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen.
So did you guys all hear that? If you have earbuds in, were you able to hear that like the alto line came in the left ear and the other ones were in the right ear? Did you hear that?
I'm not sure the stereo works with the screen share, so.
Oh, that's too bad. It worked for me. It was cool. Anyway, it's really easy to hear which one is your part so that you can sing along with it, with those tracks. So practice with those, okay? All right, cool. Thank you, Zane. Thanks so much for that. Okay, we're going to go to sectionals now. You're going to have about 35 minutes in sectionals, and then we'll get back and we're just going to run through Snitchin' just as is, okay? The stuff we haven't got to yet, don't freak out. Interns, you know what to do. You got my message in GroupMe, so you're good, right? Cool. All right, have fun, everybody.
You invited me to the violin one, but I'm a violin 2.
Oh, sorry about that, Kate. I think I put somebody else in a wrong room, too. Sorry.
I didn't get a room.
Yep, I'm not there yet. I'm
okay.
trying to get everybody there. So, Emily. Where's Emily? Emily, oh yes, that Emily. Okay, got you. Alright. Ariel. Isaac. Jacob. Jacqueline. Mark. And Mark, you're on viola, right? Cello. Oh my gosh, you put that on your name. Wow. Seriously. Oh my gosh. Nadia. And Seth. And Connie. And Elise. Okay. Who did I do wrong?
Hello.
Hey. How's it going?
Good.
Good. You guys been practicing your grooves?
Our grooves?
Yep.
Okay, good. Let's try playing through the piece, okay? And you can go ahead and mute your microphones this first time through. Oh, hold on. Somebody just showed up. Braxton. You were just here. All right, let me pull it up real quick here. All right. This is the recording that starts at letter A. Okay. Actually, it starts 4 measures before letter A. And I messed this up. You guys might want to mark this in your part. At A, we're in 4. The time signature is in 4. I'm sorry. 4 before A. Oh my gosh, I'm confusing you. 4 before A, the time signature is in 4. Okay? At A, we go to 2. So if you're counting measures of rest or counting before A, it's in 4, not 2. Make sense? Yeah, so it's like 2, 3. It's a lot longer than you think. Actually, I just sang that in 2. It's like 2. Anyway, I don't know. We'll listen to it. You guys will hear what I'm talking about. Here we go. I should share my screen. That would be helpful. Okay. All right, can you see this? Okay, here we go. 4 before A, 2, ready, and 3, 4, 4, 2, here's A. Yeah. How'd you do? Okay. Yeah. So, before I just start tackling things, what do you guys need? What do you want to work on?
So you've told me my music since there's no part for me, so I had no idea what I was supposed to do at F, G, or H, so I was just making up random crap.
I think that's honestly what you're supposed to do, so so that's okay. Let's see. Let's come up with ideas here. Oh, what just opened? Are you guys still there? No.
Yes.
No, stop. I have a touch screen, so sometimes if I touch the screen with a piece of paper or something, it tries to open an app, and it's really annoying. I don't recommend it. Okay, so F, that was the first question?
Yeah.
It would be cool if you played along with kind of the percussion 3 part there.
That's the part I've been looking at.
Okay, perfect. So, chat, 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 which is what Martonio is playing as well, okay? So, yeah, that would be cool. We could use more of that there.
Okay.
And that'd be perfect for tambourine. You're playing tambourine here?
Yeah.
Okay. I think he's really going to want you guys as the percussionists to take this whole kitchen theme to the extreme. Like, you know, everybody else is gonna, yeah, exactly, perfect. But, like, you know, even, like, not playing the real instruments, like, because he even says in this thing at the beginning, I was reading it more today, and it says, hold on.
Choose something that will represent hi-hat or shaker sound.
Right, exactly. He
So
said
maybe
this work does not utilize traditional percussion instruments. Rather, percussionists are asked to choose sounds from found objects in the kitchen. Choose something that will represent a snare drum sound. So a sharp attack with a quick delay. Maybe a baking sheet struck with a wooden spoon or something. Like, it doesn't have to sound like an actual snare. He wants you to not use a snare. Does that make sense?
I can use tongs.
Well, something loud. I don't know. Jacqueline, what are you... I can tell you're thinking. What are you thinking?
I know the other day, like, I had set up, like, a bake sheet and stuff before rehearsal, and then I just, like, ended up using my snare. So.
Yeah. Why don't we use your baking sheet instead?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So percussion 2, something that will represent a bass drum. Low-pitched thud sound, maybe a plastic bowl or an empty trash can or empty cardboard box. So who's on percussion 2? Is that Marcelino? Marcelino, okay. So he's saying to not use real instruments. He's saying use something that kind of sounds like a bass drum, like an empty trash can or something. What are you thinking? You have some ideas?
I don't know. Bass drum sounds on here, but...
Exactly, but he doesn't want you to use that. He's saying he literally wants you to use a kitchen object, like something that you found or created from the kitchen.
Like a oven or something? I don't know.
Like what?
Like we have this big plastic tub in our kitchen.
Yes. There you go. That's a great idea. Yes, use that. What are you going to hit it with?
I think instead of drum mallet, I can use timpani mallet. Like a tub.
That would probably make a big thud.
Yeah.
Although you'd probably have to hit it pretty hard to get a thud out of it, but you could do it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a metal spoon or something you could use that you know what I mean, to like really use the kitchen theme instead of a mallet. Like a soup ladle. Like, does your mom have like a metal soup ladle?
Yeah.
Yeah, try that.
But the only problem is it would make kind of a weird penny sound if you hit it.
But you said it's a big plastic tub, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. But we could, we have these, like, spoon, like these wooden spoon type of thing that are, it's not really a spoon, but it could be used as an outfit.
Can you go get those things now and we'll try them?
Yeah.
And see which one sounds better on Zoom? Jacqueline, do you have that baking sheet right now?
Not like right now, but I can go get it.
Okay, go ahead if that's okay. Go grab that and your wooden spoon or whatever you're hitting it with. And Heather, what are you're using your Tupperware shaker, which I think is great.
Claves and tambourines.
Okay, so let's not use the claves or the tambourine for this one since they're too real.
That's what I'm trying to think. What would make noise?
I think your fake shaker is great. Martonio, what are you? Can we use a fake instrument for you too?
Oh yeah, I did. I just have this cup that I filled with Legos, and I put this in.
I love it with Legos. Okay, we've got to work in you taking the Legos and scooping them into your cup before it starts, so we can see that. That's great. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, because they said something that represents a hi-hat or shaker sound. Tingy, blurry, unfocused sound. So maybe a tin can with a few paper clips in it, or maybe an electric beater turned on and off quickly. That's an idea we need like an electronic something, like a mixer or something that we turn on and off.
Wait, do we have a beater? Actually,
I have a hand mixer.
Yeah? Would your parents let you use it?
Hey, can I set up in the kitchen so I can use the hand mixer? We're moving.
Okay.
Oh, Sean wants us to... I know where it is.
If you can't do it, it's okay. It's okay if you can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just use what you've got there right now, okay? If somebody comes up with something that's convenient, that, you know, to turn on and off, That could be a cool effect. And we can always get one of the horn players to do it too. And it could be something we just use at one spot in the song. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. Okay, so let me hear, Heather, let me hear you play your groove with your rice shaker. Yeah. Yeah, so play your groove. You're going to go 1, 2, 4, 2, remember? At that spot that we were just talking about?
Yep, I'm just.
Was that F? So, but at F, only play on beats 2 and 4. Don't play all the beats. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that works. You can go like this.
Can you hear it loudly?
Yeah. Yep, that works. And I love that it's a Tupperware. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so Martonio, let me hear your groove there at F.
At F?
Yeah,
Okay,
just beats 2 and 4 like Heather was just doing.
Okay.
There we go. Yep, good, good, good. And Jacqueline, let me hear your groove there.
Where am I playing again?
At F. F is in funny.
Heck yeah.
That sounds cool. Actually, it sounds just like a snare drum. It does. That's great. So you're gonna go 1, 2, ta 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 ta. Okay, let's hear it. 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. So do that over and over. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 2. Yeah, I think the third bar you're just coming in just a hair late there. So it's 1, da, 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 1, da, 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 da. All right, try it. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, da, 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 da. There you go. That was it. That was it. Good, good. Yeah, good. Okay, so keep that in your head. Don't forget it. Marcelino. Let me hear what you got. What'd you find?
Would I use the help I found or the bass drum sound?
No, use what you found. Let me hear what you found.
It's not very deep.
Yeah, what is that you're hitting? Show me what you're hitting. Oh, goodness. That's big.
Oh, it's a bucket.
So, can you find a metal soup ladle? Or a big heavy metal spoon of some sort?
Okay.
I think a metal spoon, like a serving spoon of a big, you know what I mean? Like you'd use to like scoop out a casserole or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if your mom can help you find something like that. Because I think that bucket's perfect.
I was also handed a pair of tongs.
I think we can use that. So how about this, Heather? Don't use the same instrument the whole song. You know what I mean? Switch to that when it's like quieter and it makes more sense. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys see how much hair I have all of a sudden? What the quarantine did to me. I have so much hair. My hair used to be so short. Oh my gosh. I'm going to shave it all off before the next SYO.
No, don't shave it off.
Okay, since you told me not to. There you guys go, throwing me on the ground again.
Okay, I got one.
Alright, what you got?
Try hitting it.
Yeah, that's much better.
Maybe you could put like gloves on to meet the sound pad.
I think it's okay. It's not ringy. I think it works just fine. Do the first one.
Oh,
the
that
first
sounds
sound.
good.
Yeah, there you go. What are you hitting that with? That's perfect. Yes. Okay, Okay, cool. Let's do that. So, Marcelino and Martonio, let me hear you guys play your groove at F.
Okay.
Oh wait, I just.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's put that with percussion too. I think that'll help. So let's go. Or actually, you are percussion too, aren't you, Marcelino?
Yep.
Let's put that with everybody. Let's all do it from the top. Ready? Or not from the top, from F.
I was about to say, wait.
I don't know what we're doing. Okay, here we go. F. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. Somehow that works. Okay.
That's
Yes.
so random.
We can do this. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so now mute yourselves and let's do it with the recording, okay? Alright, let's see. I don't know if I can find the right spot in the track. Let me try. Hold on.
Make sure you share your screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find this spot. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I'm starting the recording at D, okay? So just listen along at D and then start playing at F, okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to share the screen this time. Here we go. So this is D. Ready, go. Yeah, so that right there, it goes to that at G. Heather, you could play the tongs there at G. Yeah, play the tongs. Just get it close to the microphone, you know, to the camera, so we can hear it. And careful you don't pinch your fingers, because you'll be like, yeah, cool. Jacqueline, when you set up your camera, can you tilt it so that we can see your baking sheet? Yeah, okay, cool. That will be helpful. And then Martonio and Marcelino, are you guys going to use the same device to record this, or are you guys going to use two different devices?
We can use two different, but...
Or same. It really doesn't matter, whichever one.
Okay. It might be best to have two different devices, just because, like, the angle that we see you at, we basically see we see, like, Martonio's head and his keyboard, and then we see your head, but we don't see your instruments. You know what I mean? So, And that's okay for, for rehearsals, that's fine. But when we do the video, I just want to make sure we can see everybody's instruments. Your guys' instruments are important because you guys have the kitchen instruments. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me tell everybody they got 5 minutes left real quick. I'm going to get you guys a percussion person in here. Probably on Monday, so that you guys don't have to suffer through me teaching you this whole time. Alright. Good. So when we go to G, let me hear the groove that you have at G. It's similar to what we had before, but now Heather's going on to toms at G.
I don't know what the mic is, so...
That's perfect. Just make sure we can see it and hear it. Yep.
Where did you hear it loudly at?
Huh?
It moved around. Where did you...
Yeah, when it was right in front of the camera.
Okay. That means the mic's up here.
Exactly. That's perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's do it at G. Alright, ready? Go ahead and unmute so I can hear y'all. Here's G. 1, 2, ready, go! That's it. Good. Do you have a page turn there, Jacqueline?
Huh?
Do you have a page turn there?
No, I just had one piece of music on top of the other.
Oh, okay. I thought you were turning a page. Yeah, no, that's grooving. This is working. This is cool. What's that?
Grooving.
Yeah, it's grooving.
Really groovy.
I didn't say it was groovy. I'm not that old. I just said it was grooving. Okay, cool. Where does it change? Because you guys have the same groove a lot in here. At I, we do the everybody gets a kitchen implement, and you improvise rhythmic ostinatos. So it doesn't have to be the same groove you were playing before.
Okay.
But it would be nice, like, okay, so Marcelino, when we get to I want you to just play steady quarter notes, because somebody has to, and you're on the bass drum instrument, okay? So just give us steady quarter notes at I. Yeah, so let me hear yours, Marcelino. Let me hear you play your bass drum at I. So literally, there's no part. That's where we just improvise. Yeah, but I want you to just play steady beat for us. Mm-hmm.
Like the whole time?
Yep, play it the whole time from I until J, okay? But play it as loud as you can. Loud and steady. Yes. There we go. I want to hear, so let's go to I, okay? And in the recording, and you guys just improvise rhythmic ostinato with your kitchen tools, except Marcelino's playing a steady beat for us, okay?
Yeah, Marcelino.
Yes, somebody has to do it. All right, here we go. Let's play with it, and hold on, let me find I. Where we just ended was what?
We ended at H.
Okay, here we go. This is H. Now this is I. This is I here. Yeah. Louder, Marcelino. everybody sing snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchens. Then you guys have rhythms there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys actually have to catch those there, right after the singing. So, yeah, so listen to this. Here it is. Make sense? So percussion 1 and 3, you guys go. Okay, sing it with me. 2, ready, go. This is percussion 1 and 3, 2 bars before K. Sing it with me. 2 before K. 1, 2, sing it, go. Again, 2, sing it, go. Now, who's on percussion 2?
I am.
So you're the echo of what they do. So they go okay, you echo it. So they do that on their instruments, but you got to be real. It's got to be real exact, whatever you're playing. Okay.
What do you want me to do?
What are you playing through that groove? What instrument?
I'm not sure.
You're playing the shaker, right? At J?
Yeah.
Okay, so at J, when they start singing, you guys go back to the groove you had before. So you should be on the shaker there. Yeah. So Heather, you're going to be like this. I'm going to be a percussionist. Here we go. J, 2, you, go. Chat, 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 chat. You gotta be real exact with it. Yes, that was it. That was it. Yeah, do that. Yes, just like that. You have figured out the art of Tupperware shaking. You'll have to write the book about it now, because you'll be the only one that knows how to do it right. So that's what you're going to do. Okay? So let's try this, y'all. This is J. You're going to do that. I'm going to sing the singer part, and you're going to do the groove under me, okay? And as soon as the singer part's over, you go. Okay? Here we go. Sing, 2, ready, go. Snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen, snitchin' in the kitchen. Marcelino, where'd you go? But you guys got your part. So they go ba 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 da 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 da. Okay? Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. All right. We got to get back to full band now. I mean, full orchestra. But you guys feel a little okay about it now? A little bit? Practice with this recording so you can just start to feel the groove, okay? Yeah. All right, cool. I'm going to end sectionals now. Thank you all for your efforts. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Woo.
That's good.
All right. How we doing, everyone?
Good.
Good.
Pretty good, Sean.
Good. How were sectionals?
Glorious.
Absolutely.
Glorious. Good. Good, good. Glad to hear it. They were hard? Is that what you said? All right. Yeah, some of it is hard. But thank you all for working so hard at this. This is not easy. You guys are undertaking a task that, like, literally no kids in the whole world have ever done. And you guys are killing it. So thank you so much.
You get like a plaque.
You get what?
We should get a group plaque that has like our name on it or something.
Well, you know what? Having a published piece of music that has our name on the front of it that says we played it for the first time ever before anybody else, I mean, that's going to be pretty cool. Okay, let's play along with Snitchin' from the beginning, okay? Go ahead and mute your microphones. And we're going to play along. Turn your volume up to a decent volume. If you've got earbuds in, don't turn it up. You're fine right now.
Beginning of like the music recording or like the recording?
So this is just the one that starts 4 bars before A. And I'll let you know that 4 bars before A, we're still in 4/4. We don't go to cut time until A. So if you're counting measures of rest, make sure you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It seems like forever because you're used to being in 2, okay? Whoa, my lights just flickered. I think there was a glitch in the matrix. Okay. Here we go. What? Question?
I thought you said a joke.
I did. Thank you. Thank you for laughing. I'm just not used to hearing people laugh at my jokes, and I didn't know how to take it. Thank you for laughing. All right, here we go. Snitchin' in the kitchen. 4 before A. 1, 2, ready, and... Oh my god. I'm sorry. I keep clicking things on my screen accidentally. I'm sorry. Let's try it again. This time for real. That was just a warm-up. Here we go. 4 before A. 1, 2, ready, and... This is all kitchen implements. You're just improvising. How'd you do? Down? Oh no, that's not good. Hey, so check. What's that?
I turned off my light.
Oh, good, because you're supposed to there at the end. We're supposed to turn our light off. Yeah, so listen, if you got, did you get lost? Did anybody get lost? No, as long as you know where you're at, that's a good place to be, okay? There's some things that are kind of tricky we're going to go over at the end next time, okay? So from now on Wednesdays, make sure you have some kind of kitchen noise maker, you know, that, because you're going to use that at that section. What section was that again? Somebody remind me. I is where everybody picks up something and does something with it. Okay. And then at the end there, I whistle, and then we turn the lights out. It'll be super. Okay.
I'm assuming that means a 3 to 5 second fall. I don't know why it's like an inch notation, but
Yeah, 3 to 5 seconds. So you're gonna go like down. Just finger down a scale and decrescendo, but hold the note for 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Before we start the fall there, okay?
it all fall out of frame.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with your screen there.
Now, what are you doing to your screen?
Somebody's writing on it. It's not me.
Uh-oh.
I think somebody else is writing.
Someone found the
That's
annotation.
not good. If somebody else is writing on your screen, that's not a good sign.
Somebody's snitching on my screen. You guys are a tough crowd. You're a tough crowd. All right. So, any questions, comments, concerns, complaints?
Compliment.
I actually have a complaint.
What?
Just joking.
Yeah, okay. I got a message, so I've missed a couple people. So, Madison, you're switching parts, Olivia's switching parts, and anybody else switching parts?
If you need me to, I can.
Okay. I think we're good. I think that'll be fine. You guys go ahead and switch to what you just said, and I think that'll be perfect. Okay? That was a delayed response, Jacqueline, but thank you. Okay, great. Okay, good job today, everybody. You guys are killing it. So you realize once we got through D flat major scale, which was today, that means we're halfway through our summer season already. We're already halfway through. That's how quick this goes by. Yeah, but remember how long March was? And April? So if this is flying by, that's like a good thing, right? Yeah, we'll enjoy this while we can. Okay, don't forget to vote for your shirt design if you haven't done it yet, okay? We'll know the results. I said everyone has to do it by Thursday night at midnight, so we should know by Friday. Is that what I said? Yeah, Thursday. Hey, this Friday, don't forget, we have a masterclass with Jerry Lynn Johnson. Amazing conductor, one of a handful of black female conductors in the country. She is amazing. She formed her own orchestra, the Black Pearl Chamber Orchestra, and they tour the world. She's won numerous awards from the National Endowment for the Arts. And so everybody, please be there on Friday to learn from Jerry Lynn Johnson at our masterclass Friday at 3. You guys aren't still asleep at 3, right? You're up. Right? Okay.
Yeah, but I have to work.
Yeah, okay. Well, if you can set up your phone, you're welcome to still listen in, even if you can't have your video on or whatever, okay? But I do record them, but you usually have to ask me for the link because the master classes we typically don't make public unless they tell us we can. Okay, so, but please try to be there. All right. I will see you guys all at the master class on Friday. You can join us for jazz tomorrow if you want to learn how to improvise. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Friday, okay? Great work today. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.